part 1 of our Matplotlib and Pandas mini-series, as promised. And today all we're going to do, I'm going to keep these videos as short as possible, just the nice little nuggets. You can follow them as and when you want to. So all we're going to do in this video is get our data from the web using Pandas. We're going to filter that data and tidy it up a bit. I'm going to show you how to sort that data based on column values. I'm also going to show you how to export that data to an Excel spreadsheet, so you can use it later or you can send it to somebody else. Okay, so I have been looking around on the web, and of course there's this wonderful website. It's called Wikipedia, and I looked at the world population Wikipedia article, and there is so much data on this page. It was hard to decide what to choose, but the tables I was really interested in were these ones towards the bottom of the page. Oh, past them. Alright, nope, they're here. Just historical population, okay, by region. And you can see you've got every region here: Africa, Asia, Europe, Latin and North America, and then Oceania, that's Australia and the rest of that, and of course the world in total as well. So what I really want to do, I want to get that data. I don't want to have to copy and paste it. I'm going to get it with Pandas with a single line of code, and I'm going to start formatting that to plot. So how do I do that? Well, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this URL here, like that. I'm going to go back to my Jupyter Notebook. I'm going to import the module that I need, which of course is Pandas. I'm going to do it like this: import Pandas as PD. I'm going to set my URL that I've just copied, and I'm going to put it in speech marks, quotation marks, notice it's a string, and then I'm going to run that cell, shift and enter. Okay, now I'm going to read that data from the web into a data frame. So I'm going to specify a variable name called df for data frame. I'm going to use the pandas function read underscore HTML, and I'm going to say URL. I'm also going to use a few other parameters here. I'm going to say that the header equals 0. That means it'll take the first line of the data table as its column headers, and it's also going to take, if I specify this, index underscore col equals 0, that'll take the first column on the left as my index, which of course is the region in this case. And if I do that and I just output that, what I get is all of this. And actually this is not the data that I was looking for, and that's because what Pandas has done is essentially stripped that entire website of all of its data tables. So I need to go looking for the data table I want. Now I know that Pandas has put this in a nice list, so I've got a list of data frames here, and the one I want is the 8th data frame. Okay, so I'm going to put a square bracket and then an 8, and then I'm going to close that, and I'm going to run that again. And you can see this time I have got the data table that I want. Right? Now, there's a few things that I want to do here. The first thing I'm going to show you is how to filter that. So I am only really interested in historical data. I'm not interested in anything beyond 2012. Okay, we're in 2019 now. So the 2050 and a 2150 predictions based on lots of extrapolation and other research. But I'm only interested in historical data. So I want to filter this table to exclude these last two columns here, or basically include everything except the last two columns. And I'm going to do that by creating a new data table, which I'm going to say df underscore filtered is equal to df. Now I could here specify all of the columns manually. So I could do 1500, and then I could do 1600, and so on. And actually, if you see that, if I print that out, okay, it's only got those two columns in it. Okay, but to save time, I know that the function, I'll write it here as well, df columns, if I do that, that df columns line gives me the entire row of headers there. And if I specify that even further, I can actually slice that up. So I'm going to say from 0 to, now how many do I want? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 to 12. If I do that, you can see I've cut off the last two there. So I'm just going to cut and paste this into here to specify that list. I'm going to run it again. And there you go. I've got a new table, and oh, it hasn't done it. Oh, okay, I've run the wrong one. DF filters. Okay, there you go. It's running up to 2012 there. Now, you'll notice that in my index of regions here, I've got these two annoying lines where I've got note 1 written in the string. And that's because that's come straight out of, that'll be a hyperlink in Wikipedia to a note further in the page. I don't want that in the page, so I'm going to get rid of that. Now, if you need to reset your indexes, then this is how you do it. Okay, so I'm going to create a variable called index, and that is equal to df filtered. That's my data frame. .index.values, and if I output that in Jupyter Notebook, you can see I've got a list of all of those indexes here, including the ones that include the note 1 string. What I want to do, I want to reset this df filtered .index with a list of indices that have had the note 1 in square brackets removed. Now to do that, I'm simply going to open up a list. I'm going to do x, and I'm going to do .replace, and I'm going to use, that's what I'm replacing, note 1, and I'm going to put a comma, and I'm going to replace it with nothing, so just an empty string. Okay, and then I'm going to write for x in index, which was the original list that I defined. I'm going to close that, and then I'm going to also rerun the table to see what it looks like. Okay, and there you go. I've now stripped those note 1 substrings out of my index values. Okay, brilliant. What am I going to do next? Well, I really want to sort this data. So at the moment, you can see I've got, it just so happens I've got world at the top, but the regions are not sorted by the most populous. Okay, you can see here I've got Africa above Asia, where actually Asia has more people in it than Africa. So I would like to sort that data according to the 2012 column, and I would like it to be ordered based on population. So how do we do that? Well, to sort that, I'm going to again call up my data frame, df filtered .sort, and I'm going to do sort values is the name of the method, and I'm going to say by is equal to, and I'm going to call that column 2012, and then I'm going to run that. Okay, and now you can see actually it has sorted it, but it's sorted in the wrong way. I wanted the most populous rows at the top. It's done it the wrong way round. So to overcome that, I'm going to put a comma in there and put this extra parameter in, which is ascending equals false. Okay, if you use the sort values method, it will have ascending equals true as default. So I'm going to run that again. Whoops, I spelled ascending wrong. There's an S in it. There you go. So now you can see I've got the world, which is everything, and then next is Asia, Africa, Europe, Latin America, Oceania. Okay, North America, Oceania. Right. So my data, I've got my data now in a format that I'm pretty happy with, and I'm ready to plot. So I'm going to do that tomorrow. But the last interesting thing, for those of you who might want to come back to that data or save it as a file, you want to use it in Excel at some point. I can show you that it's really easy with Pandas to export that to an Excel spreadsheet. Okay, so I do that simply by doing df filtered .to Excel. It's that simple. I'll give it a file name as a string. Let's call it world population. and the extension XLSX to save it as an. I could use a CSV file there, but I would have to put to CSV as my method. Okay, I get an error otherwise. I'm going to run that. Okay, I'm going to look at my Jupyter notebooks. Where was I? I was in here. And there you go. I've got a world population spreadsheet. Let's open that. It's downloaded it. Let's take a look. Ooh, get rid of that. And there you go. There's my data, ready to go as an Excel spreadsheet. So there you go. That's it for today. Tomorrow we are going to start visualizing that data. I'm going to show you how to do that with Matplotlib, which is really the backbone of the visualization plotting functionality in Python. If you like this video, let me know what you think. All of the stuff we're doing this week is stuff that you can expect to encounter in the Python for Researchers workshop. If you want to register for that, you can go to www.python4researchers.com, or you can follow us on Twitter at Py4Res. I'll see you tomorrow.